Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, Jey Uso addresses his enemies.
WWE has no plans to use Andrade.
Got a big update on Chelsea Green's WWE future.
And WWE Hall of Famer Mike Rotunda is in hospice care. I'm Adam Wilborn.
I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the news.
Okay, we're going to kick this one off by talking about Jey Uso. He's been going off. Well, it's on an official WWE platform,
Yeah.
so I don't know how off you can get. It's kind of like halfway between off and on, I guess. Like
halfway between the gutter and the stars.
Yes, exactly. You put the bread in the toaster, but you press the button a little bit too early, so now you've just kind of got warm bread.
Yeah.
That's what Jey Uso has warm breaded all over the place. But no, he was
not quite cooking, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He was cooking earlier in the year. Now he's kind of he's simmering, I would say, at the moment, preparing for something bigger. But he's been on the Raw recap, and he's been kind of going off a little bit. It's interesting to hear. So he's been talking about a bunch of different things. He was asked specifically about the heel turn allegations. Ooh. You going back to your old bloodline ways, Chief? You being a bit of a rascal, a bit of an old school Roman Reigns kind of character. He said this to that. Nothing really changed on me, Use. I still have fun. I still throw a party every Monday. I still like the kids. I still yeet with them. But when the bell rings, I've got to switch modes now. If I'm trying to get to the top, I've got big hitters in front of me. Guys like CM Punk, Gunther, Seth Rollins. He went on a little bit. I've got a heavy list in front of me, and I just can't play no more. I'm tired of people saying I'm just an entrance. There you go. Don't criticize Jey Uso because he's more than an entrance. He's like, what's that More Than a Woman song? Who had that? Who had that one? Cher?
No, it's not Cher or Leanne Rimes. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I have no idea. More than a woman to me.
Is it Aaliyah?
No,
I'll go with Aaliyah.
No idea.
Look it up.
No idea, Aaliyah. He said, I ain't got the skills to hold it down up top. I just switch modes. I might be going back to my old ways, bloodline ways, but that kind of mentality gets the job done.
It was Aaliyah.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah.
There we go. He continued a little bit talking about Jimmy and his upcoming world title shot. I'm never going to say no to Jimmy. I'm never going to deny my brother of being one of the greatest tag teams of all time. I would love to run it back, being a super team, as you call it. But man, I feel like we've got unfinished business in the singles game right here. I think we still have a lot to prove. I want to see Big Jim get his title shot. I know it's lurking around there, you know, whether it's Raw or SmackDown, my brother is going to get one. I'm happy for him to just be on that route too. So like when I read this initially and watched it initially, I was like, no, don't you dare tease a rematch with James.
Don't allude back to WrestleMania 40, for God's sake.
James Uso, I don't need that match again. Personally, I'm sure they could probably do better than they did.
It can only get better.
Like the people have said that in the past. And who's that song? Can only get
D-Ream?
better. That's right. The American Dream.
Like the top 40 right here.
That's right. We know all the music. Welcome to WhatCulture Music. I'm Bouncy Knowles. This is Tommy Lommy. We are. What date is it? It's not the 11th, is it?
No, it's nearly Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween on Friday.
It's Halloween all along.
Are we dressing up?
No.
I'm dressing up.
Anyway, what do you think of Jey Uso kind of addressing his enemies a bit here?
I mean, he is kind of just an entrance. Literally, his gimmick is running back his entrance. He's done it mid-match before.
He does the...
But I will say, look, I am very intrigued as to what happens on Saturday, and I think that's what we're all building towards. The sort of weird halfway house that he and CM Punk went to in that promo battle, and then this. It's all sort of dependent on what happens on Saturday. If they just have a normal match, then it's a bit... I sense that, I mean, I don't think we're getting a finish, or at least we're getting a schmoz to finish out that World Heavyweight title match. I don't think one person's just being the better man and leaving with the World Heavyweight title. There's too much stuff going on, and they've obviously had to pivot with Seth Rollins' injury. But yeah, Jey Uso has had a wild year, obviously. Winning the Rumble, winning the title at WrestleMania, losing it, and then now going on this sort of, I don't know, bit of self-doubt creeping in. I have to say, I am enjoying Big Jim more than I'm enjoying Jey Uso right now. Yeah. But God, yeah, I don't need to see Jimmy versus Jey ever again.
No, I agree.
Just be a tag team, guys.
Like, even in the stadium, right, where the stadium is such a forgiving environment, because you just get into the mood of the show, you get into the vibes, you just follow the crowd.
You jump around because you're freezing cold.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I am dubious of anyone who goes to a wrestling show and doesn't have a good time. Yeah. It's like, just get into it, man. Get out your head and get into the zone. So it's a very forgiving environment, but even we knew watching that match live that was ass.
Yeah.
It was the Martin Scorsese thing. Absolute ass.
It's like when you play your brother at on the PlayStation, they know one move. Super kick, super kick, super kick, super kick.
Or you're playing them on FIFA, they've learned how to do the step overs.
Yeah, they cut
can
inside,
do the skill
brilliant.
and they can do the skill stuff. And all you can do is run fast and put the ball in the box. I love doing that in FIFA. I would get a big man up top and I'd have wingers just going. Doo, 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 doo.
I used to love the old school Pro Evo where if you were sprinting, you could only slightly turn each time.
Yeah.
And then they made it all fancy and skill moves.
It was like 6 directions.
Yeah. Simple. Keep it simple for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how I feel about Jey Uso. I think I'm going to make a decision after Saturday. We'll be reviewing Saturday night's main event on Monday, of course.
I think he's proven he can have good matches with the right opponent, right?
He's certainly upper mid-card, isn't he?
Yeah.
The bare minimum after all this.
Good for... The Braun Breaker matches are always good.
Yeah, they are.
And that's interesting because Braun's not exactly the most experienced guy in the world. He's obviously awesome. I will say about Jey Uso, somebody put out there, I don't know how true this is because I haven't checked the numbers, but somebody put out there earlier that the top 3 most disliked WWE YouTube videos from the year were him winning the Rumble, him winning the title, and another thing with him.
Oh, him probably number 1 contender, the Battle Royal, yeah.
That's probably it. I don't know how true that is, but
it's not reflective of real life, is it?
Exactly. So there was a considerable online backlash towards him, but in the arenas, he is so over, man. He is so over, and you just have to acknowledge it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of online commentators being like, "Oh god, 10-minute Jey Uso entrance. Here we go. We're going to run it back." Try being in that arena. You want him to run it back. You want to be a part of it. So yeah, there is that weird sort of disconnect, I feel. So he's still incredibly popular. It's going to be very interesting if he does turn heel, which they're alluding to. If he does turn heel proper on Saturday, I don't know what happens for that entrance or what, but yeah. Certainly a banner year, 2025 for Jey Uso.
And he brings the funk, and he slam dunks the funk.
Yeah.
Was that 5 or was it 911 all along?
That was 5.
Yeah.
It was 5. Yeah. And at least nowadays, maybe people parking attendants at WWE shows might actually recognise Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Why did they put that in Unreal? Just horrible, that. Who are you?
Yeah.
Jey Uso.
Jey was so grumpy in that video as well. It was funny. I was like,
he was like, Mark Henry's behind me. He'll vouch for me.
Yeah, and
or you can look at that giant poster over there, probably.
The guy walks off and he goes, screw this. Just types in. It's good. It's good stuff.
Interesting stuff you decide to keep in there.
Yeah.
But I tell you else who has a chance to be grumpy. Andrade, what the hell's going on with him? Feels like we talk about him every single week, from leaving WWE to popping up in AEW to disappearing from AEW because of a non-compete. And then this wild story that came out, I think last week, was it?
Yep.
About how WWE are tempting him back. They're like, well, contractually you're going nowhere, so you might as well come back and work for us.
Yeah, Mexican beliefs, I believe.
Yeah,
PW Insider said people in Mexico thought that was
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Fightful have provided some clarification on this on another one of their brilliant Q&As. Someone asked, what is with the PWI story about WWE wanting to keep Andrade? And Sean Ross Sapp said, a story that they've heard from people in the Mexican wrestling world that they believe WWE will utilize this in an effort to keep Andrade and bring him back, especially after he appeared on AEW. If they did at this point, it would just be petty. They had no intent to use him again and had fired him, of course. To be fair, I've heard from people in WWE, they don't have any plans to use him. Good. Let's can we not just shake hands and go, right, you don't work for us anymore. Don't work for AEW for a bit, please, but eventually, fine.
Yeah.
Do the match with Kenny.
I would still love to see Andrade take them to court, man. Now, I'm desperate for somebody to challenge one of these things.
Tonga, man.
Yeah, get a Tonga in, man. He'll steer you on the right direction. He'll get his coffee, his sweater vest. The judge will be like, "You're David Otunga."
Does his entrance music play when he walks into court?
I'm not sure.
Badass, that, wouldn't it?
Does he? He's obviously qualified, but does he do shoot legal stuff?
I don't know.
No idea. He obviously knows what he's talking about, though. But yes, David Otunga aside, I'm desperate for someone to just put this through the court. I know, look, it's very expensive, but hey, look, whatever way you spin it, Andrade is employed by a billionaire, so
exactly, yeah. Yeah, I think these non-competes, we talk about them quite a lot. We talked about it with Samantha Irvin. Obviously, we referenced the Brock Lesnar thing from many years ago. Yeah. It feels like the dam would break, wouldn't it? It would just. If Tony Khan, for example, financed Andrade fight in this case, they obviously, from what David Otunga says, would win.
Yeah.
And then it would seemingly shut down any future. Non-compete means you can't work for a year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it needs right now.
Absolutely. And a year for Andrade. The 2-year one for Sam Irvin is insane. Because it's like I like Samantha Irvin. I think she's very talented. She's a ring announcer.
Yeah.
Do WWE think that they need to restrict a ring announcer for 2 years because she's going to go to AEW and it's going to add 1 million viewers?
the real needle mover, Samantha Irvin.
Yeah, like look,
she's really good at it, like
exactly.
you say.
And I'm sure, like, I'd like to see her try out as a manager because it might be great with Ricochet. But like, it's not like they signed flipping John Cena.
I think, to be fair, it would be really funny when this thing resolves itself or expires with Samantha Irvin. I'd hype up her debut on AEW. I'd be like, she's coming.
A bomb is about to drop. Samantha the bomb. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Why not?
Absolutely, do it.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to her re-emerging in wrestling because I think it could be really fun.
They should definitely have, not necessarily have him associated with him because I know he's already associated with the Don Callis family, but just have one segment with, even if it's just Andrade walking away from Smart Mark Sterling, have a bit of fun with it. Come on.
Yeah, go on. Have a wee laugh.
Yeah.
Have a wee...
Or even just have Smart Mark Sterling on the telly, like on the phone, whilst he can't appear, just being like, bye Andrade!
Well, that's the solution, isn't it? Smart Mark Sterling should beat up Nick Khan. That's the solution.
We want to see.
Invasion is back, baby.
That's the real forbidden door.
It is. It's never been closed. It's never been closed. Speaking of doors that are open, Chelsea Green's door to having a future in WWE is very open.
We all say it.
Yep. She's there for 5 years, baby.
Yes.
So, Fightful reported recently, this is an update from them on Select, that Chelsea had re-signed with WWE, but there was no details on how long for or anything like that. It's now emerged that her deal goes all the way up to 2030, baby. She is there for the long haul. So originally she signed a 3-year deal in 2022 that was due to be up later this year. That is no longer the case. She has re-signed. WWE approached her about the contract.
Yes!
They worked it out, and this was back in January, actually. But now we find out that it's for 5 years. So Chelsea Green, unless they change their mind and release her at some point, which I can't think why the hell that would happen, she is technically there for till 2030. She should be in WWE for life, in my opinion.
Works perfectly.
For a myriad reasons. I mean, in her current role as an active wrestler and an on-screen character, she fills it to perfection. She's the perfect mid-carder. Absolutely perfect. Because she is so, like, her character is so colorful and she's so expressive and she's got a kind of goofiness to her that works in a lot of different environments.
Brings a lot of people in, not just the Secret Service, but people like Ethan Page and then people she fights against.
Lifts them up. She's got good chemistry with almost everyone she works with. Good talker, good character. And then when she decides maybe she doesn't want to wrestle anymore, whenever she decides to retire, there's a lot that aspiring TV wrestlers could learn from someone like Chelsea, who makes the most of every single minute. So I'm a big believer in Chelsea Green. I think that she is... you cannot have enough versatile, expressive wrestlers on your roster. And she fits WWE perfectly as well. Yeah. So why the heck would she go anywhere else?
Yeah, just great news all round, like you say this. Great to hear that she's going to be around in WWE till... I still can't believe that 2030 is 5 years away. That sounds like it's way in the future. Yeah. We've got flying cars.
I will be 43 years old.
But
in 2030.
And also, the good part of this story is the fact that, that it finally seems that a wrestling company has recognised the talent that Chelsea Green is. Like, lock her down.
Yeah.
I hope she got a big payday to finance all that gear she has to keep buying and making for herself. When she never mind helping the business when she retires, she just sell all her gear and become a billionaire because she has a new set for every single match that she has.
It's not a bad idea.
Really interesting bit about her on WWE and Real, of course. But yeah, I think she's great. I think you're right in terms of her positioning right now, but I would not rule out in the next year or so her becoming a world champion. I think... I don't know a single person who dislikes Chelsea Green.
Yeah, I agree. And you could
Except when she's been heelish.
Yeah, she's a great heel. But you could totally do, like, if there's ever a point where her crowd reactions are, like, turning into sport, which they will, because that happens with all kind of fun heels, you could totally do the whole crowd support world title run. Absolutely.
And she's always like an outside bet for a Royal Rumble, isn't she? Because she's had a pretty rubbish time for the most part of it, but it would be an amazing redemption story, like you say.
She could win it, but she could also be the person who gets eliminated in half a second.
Exactly.
That shows how versatile she is.
She's brilliant, and great news. Congratulations to her.
Good for her.
Right, some sad news to conclude on it today, with Barry Windham in an interview with Bill Apter talking about his US Express tag team partner Mike Rotunda and revealing that he's currently in hospice care. Windham saying, it's kind of tough right now. Mike is in hospice. That family, I love that family, but it is so tragic. Now, we should mention, obviously, hospice care, very scary. It doesn't mean that the outcome is obviously guaranteed, but generally, hospice care is kind of an option with an illness that is expected to mean you...
terminal.
Yeah, that mean you're in real trouble. It's more about sort of managing symptoms, making the best quality of life possible. Just horrible news. To wake up to today, and just to echo what Barry Windham said, he asked people to pray for Mike Rotunda, but also he that family, man, they've been through so much, and just another horrible development. So maybe for younger fans who aren't not familiar with Mike Rotunda, he is Bray Wyatt's father, right? So it's the volume of tragedy that has been bestowed on that family is really cruel and cold and harsh. He's like 67 years old. He's not even an old man, right? The whole thing really sucks. Erwin R. Shyster, IRS, what a legend.
What a fun character. I mean, a big part of my wrestling education was discovering WWE in the early 90s. My first show was Royal Rumble 92. And he was IRS in the early 90s, going through to the mid 90s, and I remember actually like playing the Royal Rumble game on the Sega Genesis Mega Drive here in the UK, and for some reason there was only like 8 characters on it, and one of them was IRS. It was like Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Lex Luger, IRS, and I was like, that's cool, man. Like the guy in the suit, the tax man's here to beat your ass.
Working with $1 million man, of course.
Very memorable character. I mean, look, it was in the era of wacky characters, but then the geezer in the suit with the glasses and the slicked hair and the briefcase comes down. You're like, let's go.
He's great. He's a perfect character, isn't he? Yeah.
For that era as well. He had lots of later stuff as well. Like he was, like everyone went over to WCW for a while, and that family's just had a really crap time. So, best wishes to Mike, obviously. Best wishes to Bo Dallas and the rest of the family. It's brutal. It's really cruel. It's unfair, and it sucks. We're gonna leave on that note. We'll be back with a bunch of stuff that really doesn't matter later on in the day. See you later.
Bye.